Hey guys, it is the 24th of July today. My name is Jess McDonald and you're watching GameSpot News. First up today, 2K Games have been tweeting out suggestive Bioshock images but won't confirm what it all means just yet. Even though the series creator Irrational Games shut down, 2K tweeted a picture of an Eve's Garden advertisement from the original game with the hashtag discuss. Another tweet then followed saying, "Ooh, what could this mean?" The Eve's Garden ad appears in the original game and Bioshock 2's multiplayer mode. Smart money seems to be on a remastered edition of the original Bioshock game and potentially the sequel, but let me know if you think otherwise. For the first time in forever, we've got a story about Knights of the Old Republic 3, so you better believe I'm talking about it. Much like the Crash Bandicoot talk of earlier this week, Obsidian Entertainment have said they recognize plenty of people would love a third installment into the Star Wars RPG. It's been a full 10 years since KOTOR 2, but Obsidian's Josh Sawyer says there are a lot of people in the studio who would be keen to work on a sequel. The trouble with a third game coming to fruition now is that EA have signed a multi-year deal to produce Star Wars games, so it would need to come through them. And Lucasfilm have declared all Star Wars content, including games, need to be canonical. Just as the last PS4 update landed in our laps and we all made jokes about stability, Sony have announced that update 1.75 is coming next week. There's been some disappointment over Sony's lack of new features in updates for their next-gen console, compared to the Xbox One's monthly updates. Now though, 1.75 is going to add support for 3D Blu-ray movies. Again, we'd like to ask any member of the public who has news on what the heck happened to update 1.73 to come forward. Finally, game devs may not be doing as badly as you'd think, with the average US salary sitting at a tidy 83 grand. The 2013 figure was presented in Gamasutra's annual salary survey, which takes into account more than 4,000 devs. In 2012, it was a tad higher at 84,337, but there's a pretty clear indication that male devs are still better off than their female counterparts. Women are earning an average of 86% of what men do on the whole, though interestingly, this depends on the field. Where female designers earn 94% of what their male counterparts do, women working in the audio field make a meager 68% compared to male salaries. Outside of the game dev industry, the average female salary in general remains at 77% of what their male counterparts earn. 14% of survey respondents said they were laid off this year, while 60% saw a salary increase. Unsurprisingly, the big money is in business and management, which pays around 100 grand, while the worst is half that salary in quality assurance, aka game testing. As for indie devs, those working solo made about 12 grand, while ones who worked on a team averaged about 50. And your question of the day is, if you had to choose, would you prefer a new Bioshock game or a new Knights of the Old Republic game? If you like conventions and live stream goodness, then it's well worth you knowing that San Diego Comic-Con is a thing that's happening this week. We will be having a 2-hour live show from Thursday through to Saturday, starting at 4 PM PT each day, so visit GameSpot to get stuck into that for all the info and whatnot. That is it from me today, but do remember that tomorrow I'll have the very best gaming stories of the entire week, so be sure to check back then.